There's an ancient power that's been passed down quietly, from warrior to warrior, fighter to fighter. It isn't a special move, a secret punch, or a rare training technique. It's something far more primal, something hidden in plain sight, a raw force that most men waste without ever realizing what it's costing them. What is it? Semen retention. While it might sound like something strange or spiritual, more and more modern fighters are returning to this forgotten path, and not just for tradition's sake. They're doing it because it works. If you ask some of the greatest fighters, monks or ancient warriors, they'll tell you the same thing. The energy you keep inside can become a weapon. But why? Let's face it, today's world is filled with distractions. Everywhere you look, there's some kind of temptation pulling at your attention. Most men don't even realize how much energy they lose every week, every day, by constantly giving in to urges. Whether it's watching explicit content, chasing shallow pleasures, or wasting precious time scrolling endlessly, it all comes with a cost. That cost isn't just about your mind, it's about your body too. Your reflexes, your aggression, your confidence, your clarity. All of it gets dulled when you're constantly draining your life force. For fighters who depend on sharpness, speed, and power, this becomes a huge problem. When a fighter steps into the cage or ring, there's no room for hesitation. One split second can mean the difference between victory and defeat. And yet many fighters notice that when they give in to lust and release too often, something changes. Their reaction time drops. They feel more sluggish, slower to think, slower to move. Their punches aren't as crisp. Their mind starts overthinking instead of reacting. This isn't just a theory, it's something countless athletes have spoken about. Boxers, MMA fighters, even Olympic competitors have all admitted that conserving their sexual energy gives them an extra edge. It's not magic, it's biology. When you retain semen, your body doesn't waste the nutrients and testosterone that go into making it. Instead, it redirects that energy. Your testosterone levels rise, your focus sharpens, your sleep improves, and with it, your recovery. Think about that for a second. Better sleep means more growth hormone, more muscle repair, and a clearer mind. Most fighters know how crucial sleep is, but what they don't always realize is how connected it is to discipline in this one area. By keeping your seed inside, you send your body a signal. We are at war. It's time to build, not waste. And it doesn't stop there. Semen retention has been shown to reduce anxiety. When your body is calm and centered, your heart doesn't race out of control during a fight. You don't freeze. You don't get caught in loops of fear or panic. You become more grounded, more present. This is what allows some fighters to remain cold and focused, even under the pressure of thousands watching. Their body listens to them. Their nerves don't betray them. They don't overthink, they just do. If you want to learn how to control your emotional and sexual urges more easily, so you can achieve the streaks you want instead of relapsing, I suggest you read The Art of Not Forcing. It teaches you about the ancient practices of Wu Wei, which means effortless action. This doesn't mean being lazy. It's about learning to overcome difficult challenges with a clearer and calmer mind, instead of feeling irritated all the time. Semen retention won't be easy, of course. It will feel like war, and that's good. The effort you put in and the struggles you face are what make you tougher. The art of not forcing simply will help you navigate through your journey with a more strategic and stoic way, helping you feel calmer and achieve your goals more effortlessly. The link is in the description below if you want to check it out. Moving on, controlled aggression is another weapon fighters unlock through retention. This doesn't mean they're out of control or angry. It means they can tap into that animal instinct without letting it control them. They become more dangerous, but also more precise. Like a lion who doesn't roar until it's time to kill. This is what separates average fighters from great ones. It's not just skill, it's inner power, discipline, energy control. Semen retention helps forge that. There's also the mental clarity. When a man retains, his mind becomes clearer. Decisions are easier to make. Doubt doesn't cloud his judgment. During a fight, this is critical. You don't have time to hesitate or analyze every move. You need to trust your instincts and act fast. Semen retention rewires the brain for that. The fog lifts. The voice in your head quiets. You're no longer dragging around guilt or scattered thoughts. You're free to be fully in the moment. But one of the most underrated benefits fighters report is the ability to handle pain. Physical pain, mental exhaustion, fatigue. It all hits differently when you're retaining. When a man holds onto his energy, he builds up a deeper level of resilience. That fire in the belly isn't easily burned out. It allows him to push past the limits of what most people consider too much. Suddenly, the burn in the lungs during cardio or the ache in the muscles during sparring doesn't feel like a reason to stop. It feels like fuel. A retained man doesn't just endure, he thrives in discomfort. Pain becomes a signal that he's getting stronger, not weaker. That's why fighters on semen retention often say they can train harder, recover faster, and keep going when others are already broken. And retention isn't just about what happens in the ring. It's about the fighter's entire lifestyle. The man who retains is usually the man who trains harder, eats cleaner, sleeps deeper, and stays more focused. It's a domino effect. You begin to take care of yourself on all levels, physically, mentally, and emotionally. You stop wasting time on things that weaken you. You become obsessed with improvement. You become hungry. That hunger is what builds champions. And yes, your body changes too. Your muscles recover faster. Your explosiveness increases. Your fast-twitch muscle fibers fire quicker, making your strikes sharper and more powerful. Your endurance improves. Your posture becomes stronger. You feel more like a man, rooted in your own strength. This isn't just testosterone, it's discipline in motion. It's the result of mastering your own instincts rather than being a slave to them. The ancient warriors knew this. Samurai, Spartans, Shaolin monks. They all practiced forms of sexual discipline. They knew that releasing that energy too often weakened the spirit, and they were right. Even Mike Tyson admitted that during his peak, he avoided sex for weeks before a fight. Muhammad Ali did the same. These were not ordinary men. They were warriors who knew how to use every ounce of their energy wisely. It's important to understand, semen retention isn't about fear or shame. It's not about hating desire. It's about disciplining it, harnessing it, turning it into fuel. Just like a sword can be used to kill or protect, your sexual energy can be used to distract you or to build you into something unshakable. Fighters choose the second path. They take that energy and pour it into training, focus, and execution. They become more present, more alive, more dangerous. And when a man holds onto his energy long enough, something even deeper happens. He stops being easily manipulated. He stops chasing things that drain him. He begins to attract strength rather than seek pleasure. He becomes magnetic. His eyes change. His posture shifts. People notice. Opponents sense it. There's a certain calm aggression that comes from a man who isn't controlled by his urges, and that can be terrifying in the fight world. It's not always easy. Retaining takes practice, patience, and discipline. There will be urges. There will be temptations. But every time a fighter chooses strength over weakness, he sharpens his blade. He becomes more of a weapon, more of a warrior, and over time the benefits compound. Days become weeks, weeks become months, and the fighter becomes something far more powerful than he was before. Not just physically, but mentally and spiritually too. Semen retention isn't some outdated idea. It's one of the most powerful practices a man can use to unlock his full potential, especially in the world of fighting. In a sport where every edge matters, where the smallest mistake can cost everything, fighters need every advantage they can get. And this ancient biological and spiritual discipline might just be the missing piece. It's the fire that fuels champions, the silence that sharpens instinct, and the strength that keeps rising even when the body wants to quit. So the next time you watch a fighter walk into the cage with calm eyes and lethal precision, remember, what you don't see might be his greatest strength. A strength not shouted about, not posted on Instagram, but built quietly every day through self-control. That is the power of semen retention, and that is the path of the true warrior. If you made it until here, leave a crown emoji in the comments. I want to see how many of you reach the end and are truly willing to finish what you start. And remember, live with honor or die a coward. Thank you so much for watching. Take care and stay strong.